One of the biggest misconceptions in English law is the notion of custody. So unlike in many countries, we don't have custody in England. We separate out parental rights and the issue of a child's care. So you have parental responsibility, which is the decision-making powers in relation to a child, the right to be informed and consulted about key aspects of the child's upbringing. And then you have the residence and contact arrangements, as it's known, which is obviously how a child's time is divided. A lot of people wrongly assume that the more time a child spends with a parent, the greater their decision-making powers, and the greater their parental responsibility in contrast to the other parent. That's not the case at all, and even on very unequal care arrangements, if both parents have got parental responsibility, in the eyes of the law they're equal and their decision-making powers are equal. A lot of people wrongly believe that if the child lives with them, they can do what they want without reference to the other parent, so that can include changing schools and also going on holidays, a very common issue that comes up. A lot of non-resident parents wrongly believe that they don't have the right to take a child on holiday, and often a lot of resident parents believe conversely that they can. In law, if both parents have got parental responsibility, then they need the consent of the other to go outside of the country for a holiday, unless they have what used to be known as a residence order, which is now a child arrangements order, in their favour, in which case they can go on holiday for up to 28 days without the consent of the other, so long as that's not overriding a provision within the order whereby the child needs to be spending time with the other parent within that window of time. There's no such thing as a standard arrangement for the care of children. Each individual case is always looked at on its own merits. For some families, an arrangement where, for example, a child lives with one parent during the week and sees the other parent every other weekend might be a perfect arrangement. For the other families, that's not going to work at all, and something like a shared care arrangement, whether that be exactly 50-50 or just a high amount of time in both households, may work a lot better. Each case will always be looked at on its individual merits, looking at what the child's particular needs are and what the care that each parent can give. So a lot of people sometimes don't put forward suggestions that they think would work because they think that they're constrained by this norm or standard arrangement, but in reality that hasn't existed for many years.